It's Barbara Austin and Father Fabiano.
Hi, everyone.
We're here with episode 2 of In the Kitchen with Father. Thanks, Father.
We're back in the rectory kitchen.
We're back. His happy place. So today we are cooking, Father's cooking, not me. Father is cooking the dessert for our virtual basket raffle event on June 26th. We hope you will all come, purchase a raffle ticket after your admission ticket, and bid on this guy's delicious dessert. So we're going to try to keep this a little mysterious for you. So can you tell us in a broad sense what you're going to be making today?
We're going to be baking a pie.
A pie?
But we're not going to say what kind of pie it is.
Okay.
Though I think it will become a little obvious as we move along. But
well, I'm not sure. You have something sitting on the counter that is not in a traditional pie.
That is true. That is true. So there are some mysteries here.
All right. So what do you need to do to get started?
Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to do to get started is make the crust of the pie.
Okay.
So we've set the preheated the oven to 350 degrees.
All right.
So we're going to start making the pie crust. And the first ingredient in the pie crust is the untraditional ingredient of a sleeve of saltine crackers.
Yeah, I've never had saltines in my pie crust.
Yes, it's unique. But the best part about it is you get to smash it.
After the last 3 months, you deserve it.
After the last 3 months, we're going to get some of our aggression out here on these saltines. You don't have to go too crazy with them because we're going to put them in the food processor also. So just break them up a little bit.
All right, so
Okay.
This is not a family recipe.
This is not a family recipe. No, this is a recipe I found in a magazine.
All right.
And I've made it a couple times, and people really enjoyed it. And it's great for the summertime.
Ah.
So I thought it would be good for the virtual basket raffle, since that's on June 26th, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're definitely in the summertime.
We are.
So we're going to put the sleeve of saltine crackers right in the food processor here. Okay. And we're going to add to the food processor a half a cup of shredded sweetened coconut flakes.
Ooh, yum. I love coconut.
Okay. So those are going in there. And we're going to put the lid on it and we're going to pulse it.
Mm.
That's probably really loud in my microphone since I'm right on top of it. Okay, so we're just breaking that up. To that, we're going to add...
The good stuff.
Yes. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a little sweet, a little sweeter. Okay. And we're also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Wow.
So people may be surprised by salt going into a baked good, but you need it to bring out the flavors. And this is kosher salt, but if you don't have kosher salt, you can just use regular salt. Okay.
And I'm surprised they have you add salt with all the salt from the saltines.
That's true too.
Yeah.
I guess it just needs a little bit more. So we're going to combine all that. And then we're going to add a stick of butter.
Wow.
And this butter has been sitting out overnight. It needs to be room temperature so that it will combine. And I cut it up into smaller pieces before I put it in.
And that's so that it will combine easier?
So it will combine easier with the crackers. Okay, looks good.
So I understand that the parish this is the 9th year for the virtual basket bingo.
Oh, really?
It is.
I didn't know it had been around that long.
It's been around a long time.
Okay.
But unfortunately this year, as our parishioners know, that we won't be able to have a regular basket bingo.
Right, we can't be together.
So we've kind of come up with this idea of the virtual basket raffle.
Mm-hmm.
And do you need to keep moving?
I can. So we're just going to put the mixture here in I have a 9-inch pie plate here. Get all that goodness out of there. Get it off the blade too. Okay. And then the next step is to just kind of push it in and push it up the sides. And it's a pretty thick crust, so it's okay. Just keep pushing it up the sides. So do we have a lot of baskets for the basket raffle?
We do. We have 24 regular baskets.
Wow.
And then we have 9 specialty baskets.
Ooh, what makes them special?
They're bigger and better.
Ooh, bigger and better. Okay.
And then we have a special raffle just for this delicious dessert.
We do?
We do.
Wow.
So I've already bought my raffle tickets. So I've put a ticket in for whatever this surprise dessert's going to be.
The surprise pie. And so how do people buy tickets?
So if they go onto our website and under a banner called Virtual Basket Raffle.
Which is stmarkfalston.org, by the way.
That's correct.
Saint spelled out, S-A-I-N-T.
And they hit that, they will get to see all the pictures of the baskets.
Oh, so you can see them before you buy a ticket.
Yes, and they also have descriptions under them.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a link to Faith Direct where they can actually go register for an admission ticket into the basket raffle and then buy the add-ons, which are the specialty baskets and a raffle ticket for your pie.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Well, I will buy mine when we're done filming today. Okay, so the pie crust is in the pie pan. Just pressed it down, pressed it up the sides, and now it's ready to go into the oven.
And how long do you bake it for?
We bake it for 15 minutes.
All right.
I happen to know that I've done this before. 15 minutes in this oven is perfect, but you might need to go a little longer in your oven. So you're just looking for it to be golden brown around the sides.
All right. Are you going to make this recipe available?
Sure. I will put it in the
after the virtual
I was going to
basket
say
raffle?
after the basket raffle, right? So we'll have to. It'll be a surprise until June 26th.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Great.
We'll wait for this crust to cook.
Okay.
All right, Father, it looks like the pie crust is out of the oven now.
Yes, the pie crust is out of the oven, and it can just sit there and cool a little bit as we make the filling for the pie.
All right, so now you've got some ingredients in front of you to started.
To make the filling, right. So we need 2 lemons, and we, with a vegetable peeler, I have taken the zest off one of the lemons, and I'm saving that, because that's part of the custard. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, right? Okay, that's part of the filling for the pie. Then with the other lemon, we take the zest off of the other lemon and discard that zest. We don't need that.
Okay.
And then both lemons, we chop. We take the white pith off of them. And then we chop up the flesh of the lemons. And the flesh of both lemons are going to go into the pie filling.
Ooh.
Now, when you cut the lemon up, you have to be careful of the pits. So nobody wants pits in their pie.
No.
So if you cut it up, and you can usually see if they're in there, just pluck them out. Okay. And it doesn't really matter if there's all these kind of white membranes from the middle. You have to strain the filling first. So we'll get rid of all that stuff later. Okay.
So when you strain it, I'm sure we're going to see that's in the next couple of steps.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, we will. Okay, so that's the zest of 1 lemon and the cut up flesh of 2 lemons. We also need 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And we need 4 egg yolks.
Ooh.
So I have to separate the yolk from the white. So when you watch them on TV, there seem to be 2 methods of doing this. One where you kind of drop it from shell to shell to get rid of the white, the white of the egg. But then the other method, which I think is a lot easier, is just putting it in your hands like this.
Oh, that's much more fun.
And it's more fun and it's a lot easier. Also, but it makes your hands a little slippery, so you have to be careful.
So what do you do with all the egg white?
Well, I save the egg white, and I will make eggs in the morning. So I'll crack one egg and then add some white to it. You could also save the white and make a little meringue for the top of your pie. But yeah, that's a lot of egg whites. Okay, so I am going to wash my hands this time, since I had egg whites on my hands.
Yeah, we don't need a salmonella pie.
Right, exactly. So, okay, I think we're ready. Push those to the side. Okay, so we put the we put the lemon zest in the food processor. We also put the flesh of the lemon. I just saw a seed. Put them in there. Oh,
good catch.
Yeah, and it seems I've also forgotten the blade. Not going to get very far without the blade. Here, let's see. See, these things happen in the kitchen.
They sure do.
And that's okay.
Well, and especially when you're using the same component and you're washing
Right, right. So I watched this while we were away there. And then it's always a trick to get it back on the... Okay, here we go. And we're going to pulse that up. And we are going to add the sweetened condensed milk. Yes. And then make sure you scrape the can, because you want all that good stuff in there.
So what's it been like getting back into church and saying Mass with the people again?
Yeah, you know, it's been an interesting experience. I think it's gone very well. Our plans and procedures, I mean. You know, I think we've got a really good plan in place. Not as many people have come as I thought perhaps would come. Ooh, wow, that went everywhere. As I mentioned in my video, it's about 20% of our regular attendance. Okay, we are going to scrape this down.
We're going to lick the bowl.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to scrape this down. So, you know, there's plenty of seats in church.
There are.
You know, if people are kind of hesitating because they're not sure if there's going to be a seat, there's plenty of seats. And then, of course, we have the hall. The hall is set up for Mass. You're not going to be watching Mass there. You're actually going to have a Mass there. And then to this, we're going to add the 4 egg yolks. And then we're going to turn the processor on again.
Well, it's interesting because I think we have a whole spectrum of people. Some people are still very nervous about coming back.
Yes.
And some people are very excited about coming back.
Yes.
And then you have people who are kind of unsure of what's actually going to happen when they come back.
Right.
And I think COVID has really taken a toll on us.
Well, I think it's taken a toll on all of us. I was talking with Father Foley the other day about what it's like saying Mass now. And every time we say Mass, it's like the first time we've said Mass, because we're not really sure what's going to happen, and things are changing a little bit every time. And there's just a lot of uncertainty for us.
Yeah.
So I'm sure for the people, there's a lot of uncertainty too.
Agreed.
Which makes it difficult. We don't like that in church.
Right.
Okay, so here I have a bowl and a strainer, a sieve. And we're going to put this mixture into the sieve and push it through. So this will get rid of any
strings or
anything
like
from the lemon.
The flesh.
Right,
pieces.
pieces of the flesh of the lemon, right.
This looks like a fun dessert to make.
It is. I think this would probably be good for kids.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of chopping and, dangerous things.
Well, and it sounds like you can finish it a number of different ways, and
you can.
You could probably put different ingredients in the middle.
I was thinking about the other day. Yeah, I think you could maybe use limes if you wanted. Maybe different berries, though you'd probably have to experiment a little bit with it. Okay, it's going to get all that goodness out of there.
And I think for us as staff, one of the biggest challenges has been really trying to make sure that our parishioners are safe when they come to church.
Yes.
I think that's really been our top priority.
It's so important because if something happens, like if someone who comes to church, if they find out that they have the virus,
right?
It means we would have to shut the church down again.
Yeah, and that would be very difficult,
right.
I think, for all of us.
Nobody
to have to
wants
start
that.
From the ground back up again.
Right.
Yeah. And so we have lots of precautions in place with hand sanitizers and sanitizing the seats and removing the pews, so we have social distancing. So
it might seem like overkill to some folks.
Right.
But it's really very important because, as I said, if a case breaks out in church or someone comes to church who really shouldn't be coming to church,
right?
It would also mean it would be very costly to have the church professionally sanitized.
Yeah.
And we've already found out that our insurance company won't pay for that. So, okay, we're just pushing this through the sieve.
Wow. It looks really yummy from here.
And then...
So you have to cook this because it has raw eggs in it.
Absolutely. So this will go back into the oven again at 350.
Okay.
For 20 minutes.
So this hasn't taken too long.
No, this is a pretty quick dessert to put together. And we're just going to pour it over our saltine crust.
So our virtual basket raffle will be via Zoom. We'll have another webinar like we did with the when we were doing our coming back to
Rio virtual town hall.
Yes, the town hall, and everybody will be able to get in with their ticket.
Mm-hmm. They'll get the Zoom link with their ticket.
They'll get a Zoom link with their ticket. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they'll be able to participate via the chat.
Okay.
So they can talk to us. We'll have somebody talking back.
And they can do a BYOB.
They can BYOB, absolutely.
Having a party at home while they're watching the virtual raffle.
That's right. Waiting for their number to be called.
Waiting for their number. Yep.
And we really are excited about having a good time. And
I think it'll be fun.
Parish together again.
All right, so we're gonna get the pie in the oven here. As I said, the oven's at 350 degrees.
20 minutes?
For 20 minutes.
All right.
And I think... Are we going to see the pie when it comes out?
We are not.
Oh, we're not going to see the pie.
All right, friends. So this is where we're going to stop this video because the rest of this pie is going to be a surprise that you will get to see live at the Virtual Basket Bingo on June 26th from 7 to 8 p.m.
But it's not a bingo, it's a raffle. We keep doing that.
My bad.
It's okay.
So we look forward to seeing you there.
On June 26th at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And please go to the website at
stmarkfalston.org
and look for a banner that says Virtual Basket Raffle. And when you click on that banner, you'll be able to see all the pictures of the baskets. You'll also have the link to Faith Direct, where you will sign up for your registration. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me.